how to install a hand pump to Stuart 501 boiler with James Evans and Keith Appleton. Today is Saturday the 15th of April 2023 and I am at Keith Appleton's house, and today we are going to fit a hand pump to Stuart 501 boiler. But before we do that, let's have a play with a few of his lovely steam engines.
Keep turning it. You won't see any better than
No. Oh wow.
it's with lap pumps. And the timing is pretty damn close actually.
Yep.
But it's as good as the twin.
Oh yeah. Hello and welcome to Keith Appleton's workshop, and today we are fitting a feed pump to my Stuart boiler. We are about to use some 5/32 of an inch or 4mm copper pipe to connect the pump to the boiler. This is the pump we are going to use for the boiler, and it is actually quite surprisingly smooth. This shows the approximate position of the pump, not too close to the boiler so that I don't burn my hand when I operate the pump when the boiler is in steam. We need to make it so the pump and the boiler are level, and since we are pros at precision, we will use this no expense spared ruler. Then we need to figure out the pipe length and layout, and we will use Keith's magic manual pipe bender. So now we are checking that the diameter of the pump matches the diameter of the pipe, which indeed it does. We also need to bend it at these marks illustrated by the marker. This bender can bend thicker diameter pipes, however it is a rather poor design. Now we will bend this pipe but only to halfway. This clip shows us bending the pipe to align it with the check valve on the boiler. Now we need to mark the pipe length so that we know where to cut it to fit into the check valve. After cutting the pipe to the desired length, we're checking it is correct, which indeed it is. The next job is to solder the cones onto the end of the pipe, and first we need to apply flux. Now we need to heat the copper, brass and flux up to warm it, and then apply the blowtorch and feed the solder into it just as the metal starts to glow red. Now we are cleaning the burn marks off the copper. This green material is called Scotch-Brite and it gives a nice brush finish, and oh no, we have a problem. The pump is missing one of its balls. This pump needs 2 balls in to act as valves, but for some reason this only has 1 ball. This is easily rectified by installing a stainless steel ball from Blackheads Engineering into the pump. Now, for the moment of truth, will the pipe fit into the boiler? Well, of course it will. What do you expect? Next is to make the inlet pipe. First, we need to cut a copper pipe to size. We are using this machine to make the edges of the cut finer and smoother. Now it's time for the return of the blowtorch. First, we need to turn on the propane. Here's a top tip. Before soldering a part, make sure it is clean. As before, we need to apply some flux. We need to heat it up again and then feed the solder in once the parts start to glow red. After soldering, you need to quench the parts in cold water. Now, we tighten the pipe to the pump using a Barco adjustable spanner. We're going to use a silicone tube as a temporary inlet. Now, the moment of truth. Will the pump water? Yes, of course it does, and with good pressure. Now, all I have to do is attach the pump to the boiler check valve. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this,